Hey guys, it's Nick again from Grayscale Gorilla. I'm the Gorilla, and in this quick start video, I want to show you some of the new aerodynamic settings in version R14 for Cinema 4D. Just came out. I'm excited to show you guys some of the new stuff it can do. So let's head on into Cinema. I'll show you how to set up aerodynamics using R14. So here's our scene. Let's get a floor, and let's get something for our kind of aerodynamics to hit against. In this case, just like a little cylinder might be fine. And I'll show you how to set up a quick little piece of paper that will act aerodynamically. So I'm going to grab a plane, I'm going to shrink it down, make it kind of papery sized, and I'm going to reduce the amount of geometry. We don't need a ton, maybe 6 by 6 or something like that. And now we have our little piece of paper. We have our object it's going to hit. And so let me show you how quick it is to set this up. So our floor needs it needs a collider body tag. Our cylinder needs a collider body tag. And our plane, because we want it to be the aerodynamic kind of soft body piece of paper, it needs a soft body tag. Now, aerodynamics work with rigid bodies too, and we're going to have more tutorials on aerodynamics for sure. But I just want to show you a quick setup here. Soft body for our plane. And the only things you have to go in and play with are under force. So under the force tab for our plane, you can see under aerodynamics, there's just 3 little sliders to play with. We have the drag, we have the lift, which is what's doing all the work there. And then we have if it's two-sided or one-sided. The way I understand this two-sided right now is things like paper where it's going to flip around and have both sides being pushed by wind, you want to turn that on. So now, if we hit play, we have basically nothing that happens. We have to add a material so we could see our paper just against the darker materials there. If I hit play, it just kind of falls to the ground. And that's because there's essentially no wind happening right now. So what we can do is go use our simulate particles and go to wind and add a wind. So in this case, we want to maybe just keep it how it is. The wind's just kind of blowing in the Z direction there. And you can see our piece of paper is just kind of slowly floating along the floor. Well, if we crank our wind, let's turn it up to like 50, let's say. And let's also kind of aim it up. Let's have just like a little underdraft here for our piece of paper. And you can see maybe we can even turn that wind up a little bit higher. And now we're starting to see some aerodynamic features happen to this piece of paper. It's getting hit, it's bending around, and it's not just a rigid body, it's not, it's not quite a soft body, it's this really dynamic, aerodynamic piece of paper. However, it's still not looking like paper, and this is not aerodynamics fault, this is just the soft body tag's fault. So we can just go into our soft body settings and turn down things like structural and shear, and now when it hits, it's going to be a lot more floppy. We could turn that down even more. And from here, we can actually add more pieces of paper and get even more and more interaction. So I'm going to take this cube here just so it has another thing to bounce off of. I'm going to make this here, make kind of a wall that our paper can all stick to. This cube needs the dynamics body tag just so it can interact with our dynamics. And let's go ahead and turn our wind up a little bit more and add a few more pieces of paper. So we have one here, maybe up a little higher, maybe we have one here, and it's tilted. And then when we hit play, we have our paper kind of flying around and interacting with the scene. Now here we can add turbulence. We can do a lot more stuff to make this more realistic, but I figured this will get you up and going with aerodynamics. Most of the settings you need are, like I said, in the force tab under either the rigid body or the soft body dynamics. So go ahead and start playing around with aerodynamics. We're going to have a lot more tutorials coming soon on that as well. And hope you're having fun with Cinema 4D 14. I know we are, and we're going to have some more tutorials for you real soon. So anyway, I'll see you in another one. Bye, everybody.